It was a moment unlike any in modern American history. The President of the United States handing the keys to his administration's inner workings to a billionaire with private companies worth hundreds of billions. When Elon Musk stepped into the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, he was praised as a visionary. But within months, that praise turned to suspicion, then to threats. Contracts were on the line, secrets were exposed, and suddenly, the most powerful person in the world questioned whether this man was a savior or a sworn enemy. Donald J. Trump, 45th President of the U.S., seeking to shrink government and cut costs. Elon Musk, billionaire CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, X, and more, and major Trump donor and advisor. In early 2025, Musk quietly donated over $250 million to Trump's re-election campaign, helping fuel a successful victory. In return, Trump appointed him as head of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, a temporary advisory body tasked with slashing waste and streamlining federal agencies. That sounded good until people realized Musk's companies were deeply entangled with the government. SpaceX had $20 billion plus in NASA and DOD contracts. Tesla was under probes by the NHTSA, CFPB, and SEC. Neuralink faced FDA scrutiny, and Starlink was central to Ukraine's communications. By February, ethics watchdogs, lawmakers like Senator Elizabeth Warren, Representative Mikey Sherrill, and journalists raised alarms. They accused Musk of overstepping, hacking data systems, firing watchdogs, steering contracts his way, actions that one expert called deeply corrupt. By mid-May, the dog whistle became deafening across the Capitol. Trump's budget, dubbed the Big Beautiful Bill, pumped trillions into defense, subsidies for buyers, and green energy packages. Musk publicly slammed it as debt slavery and threatened to resign unless the bill was gutted. Trump viewed that as personal betrayal. He threatened dire consequences, very serious threats to Musk's federal contracts, saying future Democrat donations from Musk would trigger reprisal. The war became public. On X, formerly Twitter, Musk leaked claims Trump withheld Epstein files and even floated impeachment. Trump fired back, calling Musk unstable, and stripped DOGE of support, threatening to revoke SpaceX and Tesla contracts. Broadcast headlines shifted from billionaire savior to conflicted insider. Following mounting outrage, Congress opened multiple probes. Senate Democrats flagged Musk's DOGE actions as enabling self-dealing via insider access to federal data and contracts worth billions. Elizabeth Warren and Representative Sherrill demanded IG investigations across 8 departments, alleging Musk used DOGE to funnel public money into Tesla and SpaceX and undercut rivals. Watchdogs, American Oversight, sued over Musk's data sweep, calling it unconstitutional and designed for profit. On camera, Musk insisted he'd recuse when needed. But ethics experts, like former OG chief Don Fox, warned Musk blurred lines at will, flipping hats hourly. Documents showed Musk's DOGE pushed layoffs at OPM, blocked NHTSA and FDA probes into his companies, and even delayed Starlink audits. Inside the White House, Trump's lawyers gasped. Policies meant to streamline government had become a Trojan horse, leveraged for private gain. Public trust shattered when the Senate's subcommittee reported over $2.3 billion in questionable financial benefits to Musk's companies. At least 130 documented self-benefit instances during DOGE's tenure. State contracts, $400 million in armored EV vehicles, were quietly stripped of Tesla labels amid conflict of interest scrutiny. Suddenly, Congress was in open rebellion. Funded agencies, unions, and watchdog groups united. Lawsuits piled up from public employee unions, OPM pushback, and IG's blocked DOGE overreach. Trump's support splintered. He once defended Musk as a genius saving money. But now, amid missing contracts and rising backlash, he began distancing himself. By early June, Musk resigned from DOGE, claiming conflict politics had broken the purpose. Trump disavowed his role and promised new oversight. Investigations continued. Ethics chiefs subpoenaed DOGE's memos. Musk's financial disclosures were compelled, and federal IGs peered into every corner of SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, and X. The DOGE saga rocked American politics. Tesla stock took a hit. Investors feared regulatory retaliation. SpaceX and Starlink faced new federal probes. Political fallout. Some Republicans distanced themselves from Musk, while Democrats integrated ethics into campaign rhetoric. The core questions lingered. Was this merely a billionaire's bold overplay, or a premeditated betrayal of government trust? Trump spun narrative. At least we found out before it was too late. Musk retorted, "You can't modernize government without disrupting it. But maybe I underestimated the system I joined." A billionaire's dream turned into a scandal exposing how power mingles with privilege. The man who once held the president's ear ended up in courtrooms, stripped of authority. A warning: when wealth enters government, danger lurks, because the line between advisor and self-serving agent, it's thinner and more fragile than we ever imagined.